Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing wonderfully well. Last week we did this. Wargames. Is the US 7th Fleet vulnerable to Chinese anti-ship strike near Taiwan? And the whole idea was about running a USN defensive network with our new weapon that we have in game, which is the AIM-120D long-range missile. It was a good fight, but as usual we had a few inaccuracies. The main inaccuracy you guys pointed out was that our AIM-120Ds are going way too fast and are just unrealistic. And when we look back, you're right. They were going Mach 7, Mach 6, which is way too fast for an AIM-120D. So we went back to the drawing board. We took the code for the AIM-120D and we've now changed it to make it much more realistic. We can't make it perfectly realistic because we don't have ramjet type technology in DCS yet, but we can create a good analog. So we've created this naval battle to try out our version of the AIM-120D AMRAAM. It's a 1990s US carrier group versus a 2020s US carrier group. A bit of information about the AIM-120D. What we did to make it more realistic was we changed the max output thrust of the missile, and it's now about a third of what it was. We've increased the amount of fuel in the missile by about 2 times, and we've increased the amount of allowable burn time on the motor by about twice as well. What this gives us is a missile that goes about 100 miles. It peaks at Mach 4.1 rather than Mach 7. It's still not perfect, but it's much more realistic and not as good. So today's battle in the West, a 1990s US carrier group, 170 nautical miles to the east, because we thought we would put some distance in today to try these AMRAAMs out. A 2020s US carrier group. Let's start with them. We've got a supercarrier surrounded by 5 Arleigh destroyers. On board the carrier are 48 AI aircraft set at max skill level. The first 3 flights of 12 are air-to-air FA-18F Super Hornets, with 8 AIM-120D AMRAAMs, AIM-9X, and fuel tank. Next are 12...
I'm sorry, Cap. Did you say Mach 2 missiles?
As in Mark 2, as in...
Oh, Mark 2, okay.
Yeah. 12 F-35C Lightning IIs with the new AIM-120Ds in its belly. Unfortunately, it can only carry 4 in its belly in stealth configuration. It will not have any on the wings, and the wing pylons will not be there. We haven't figured out yet, by the way, how to make the AIM-120Ds go on the wings. We will at some point. We can't do beast mode yet. So that's 24 so far. Also 24 anti-ship Super Hornets. Unfortunately, we cannot get the Super Hornet to launch anti-ship missiles in game. I've tried everything I can and I cannot get it working, so I've had to give up. I'm going to play Legacy Hornets as the Super Hornets for the anti-shipping. Now, don't worry too much. In terms of anti-shipping, they're actually almost identical to a Super Hornet. They carry the same amount of missiles in the same place. In terms of speed and range, it won't make any difference. So, other than looking a bit strange, it's not going to make much difference. 24 of those which are going to go out and do anti-shipping. They have an AWACS at 30,000 feet. And then the humans. The humans today are starting 50 miles behind the carrier because they do not share the carrier very well with AI when you start messing around with planes and missiles and stuff like this. So, they've got to fly 50 miles and then they will go over the carrier and then they're in game. My beautiful humans flying F-35s today are Matrix and Cannonballs. Say hello, you boys.
Hello, you boys.
They are simply in F-35. I had to put A models because the wings snap off otherwise. It's near enough for these guys. And they've got 4 AMRAAMs each. Guys, you are allowed to respawn today. These are huge fights. So if you die, respawn. 170 miles away are the 1990s US carrier group. We have another super carrier. Escort ships are different. Instead of Arleigh Burkes, we've got 2 Ticonderogas and we've got 3 Oliver Hazard Perrys. Technically, I suppose Arleigh Burke was sort of available in the 90s, but I wanted to deconflict. On ship, again, 48 AI aircraft. The first 12, again, are air-to-air. They are Legacy F-18Cs, set to Murder Bog. We've got, I can't even count that, but a whole bunch of Legacy AMRAAMs, C models, and a whole bunch of AIM-9Xs for them to use. Next, 12 F-14 Bravo Tomcats, very cool long-range interceptor, with 4 Mark 60 Phoenixes, 2 Sparrows, 2 Sidewinders, and fuel tanks. And they also get 24 anti-ship planes, which are going to be the same ones that we saw across their Legacy bogs. And finally, the human AI on the Legacy side. We've got Grump, Simba, DJ, and Killer. Say hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
You guys,
Hey, boys.
you guys get to choose Legacy Bog, or you get to choose a Tomcat, and you can chop and change, and you can respawn as you wish. And that's the fight, guys. It's the first time we've run it with the new variant 2 of the AIM-120D, so we need to do predictions. We've run it through to check everything works, but otherwise I haven't actually run it through tactically to see who wins.
I think it should be a win for the 2020s, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have stealth. We don't.
Right, and it is modelled, by the way. The stealth is modelled. They're not fully invisible. They can be seen by a Legacy Hornet at about 10 miles. They can be seen by a Tomcat at about 20-25 miles, by a ship at about 30 to 40 miles. Okay, guys, here we go. Simba, please unpause server. Okay, valued viewers, possibly our best, most well-equipped naval battle so far. Let's see how it goes. Server appears fine. There's going to be 48 AI versus 48 AI versus infinite respawning humans. Distance between carrier groups of 170 nautical miles. Let's go and check out the carrier groups. Okay, 2020's carrier group is a Nimitz. It's not a Gerald Ford. It's a Nimitz class. Mixed super bugs with AIM-120Ds and F-35C with AIM-120Ds. Also, my valued humans. The much cooler guys, the 90s. Now, you can't tell me that doesn't look sexy, valued humanoids. 12 F-14 Bravos and a bunch of legacy bugs with legacy weapons. Now, there is one thing to think about, valued viewers. Although, obviously, the modern side has long-range missiles, the AIM-120Ds, don't forget that also these 90s Tomcats also have long-range weapons. They have a Phoenix, a very different type of missile, different technology, but it actually outranges the AIM-120D, and actually the radar in here outranges, I think, even the modern aircraft. Very powerful radar, very powerful missiles. Horrendously expensive, obviously. It's a different era of tech. What I'm saying is that even the 90s had long-range missiles as well. Okay, first legacy aircraft up, it's a Tomcat. Look at that baby. I can understand why US got rid of them, but pinnacle of the time. Also, our humans, we've allowed a few more humans on the legacy side. There are reasons, and just take my word for it. Look at Simba super cruising. Oh no, he's not, he's got burners on. Simba, you'll chew your fuel up. Boys there. DJ's at the back. DJ, it's your first time in our Wargame series. How do you feel about it?
So far, so good. I'm just a little bit behind the brothers, but I got Burner kicked in. I'll catch up.
Roger. By the way, if you ever want to come in these war games, they are actually open to anyone. We record them at funny time, but they're open to anyone. Ideally, donators. If you want to come and donate, just come and join in. They're here for you. Right, super bugs up and airborne with their mighty payload of 8, 10 AIM-120Ds. I can't wait to see them fire. Fingers crossed they work. What about launch rates? Launch rates should be the same because both in-game have got the same carrier. In real life, I'm assuming this would be a Gerald, well, it could be a Nimitz or a Gerald Ford, couldn't it? We're doing a long-range fight today, a bit more like they would in real life, kind of 200 statute miles away from each other, so engagements will take a long time. That's what you guys, the valued viewers, want. Super Bogs. Taking off, I called them Super Bogs, Super Bugs, whatever. Same thing for me. Okay. Oh, now here's a problem. Only one Tomcat's taken. No, there is a difference in the launch rates. Look at this. 4 super bugs up to 2 Tomcats. Now, why is that, humanoids? There must be reasons for it. Let me check. The carrier's not gummed up. It's not. Don't think it is. If this carrier gets gummed up, I'm going to be so pissed off. Blue guys, can you keep an eye on your carrier? No, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Generally speaking, as long as you're using non-modified planes, the carriers shouldn't gum up. But
Flyby incoming.
More than twice the amount of modern guys are airborne. You guys, the valued viewers, need to tell me why that is. I don't know why that is. What is it about Tomcat that takes longer to get airborne? Hi, Simba. Air Marshal's going to have your balls for that.
Jester just told me that exact thing.
Coming over the deck.
Welcome, boys. Are you in the bug, Grump?
Nope.
Roger. Okay, so...
Tomcat.
Okay, Superbugs, 6 up. Tomcats, still only 3 up. But we've got my humans in here. Ooh, this is going to be exciting, valued viewers. This is the kind of thing you want to see. This is awesome. It's the kind of thing I want to see. Right, distance between fronts of now only 90 nautical miles, 100 statute miles.
Flyby.
Go, humans. Woo! Okay, all of the superbugs are the air-to-air superbugs. It's now just the F-35s, and then it goes to anti-shipping. Distance between fronts of 70 miles, and guys haven't fired yet. Ooh! This makes me think stuff isn't working. Please work. There's one thing about making it work in single player or small multiplayer servers. Making things work in big multiplayer servers is basically what we call an art form. Here come the first AIM-120Ds at break. 70 odd miles. Now let's watch the new flight model of the AIM-120D, valued viewers. It would be going about 4,000 knots now, but we've got it down to 2,000 knots. And the rocket motor, which is pretending to be a ramjet type motor, is going to burn for 2 or 3 times as long. This is not going to make it perfectly realistic, but it's going to make it much more realistic than it was. Look how slow it is now.
Box 3.
Really? Wow, that's my grump. He's firing back at those super box at 82 miles. That's my boys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you the power of the freaking 1970s Tomcat. That's a Bravo model, but it's more or less still just the 1970s model with slightly better engines. And here come the AIM-120Ds. Future versus past. Superbogs heading in supersonic Tomcats. Now here's the problem. These guys carry much more missiles. Okay, AI F-14s are now firing their Phoenixes. So it's about equal so far. What's better? An AIM-120D as we've got a modeled or a Phoenix? I don't know. Like I said, these are not cheating missiles anymore. That there, it's actually gone a little bit faster than I thought. I haven't actually tried it up slightly this high, but that's still only Mach 4.2 or thereabouts, so it's not cheaty. It can go that fast, and it's on glide now. So it is actually reducing its velocity.
Box 3 missiles are out. Turning back.
First kill on a Tomcat with the Mark II version of the AIM-120D. First blood of the day. Tomcat down. Brilliant plane, but is it as good as a Superbug? Probably not. I've also increased the pitbull range slightly of these missiles to give the hostiles a bit more of a chance. It was set stupidly cheap. Basically, we ripped this off from another guy's mod, who are perfectly nice guys, but we ripped it off from theirs, as everyone does in the mod community, basically. But everything was set super patriotic, so we've just toned everything right down just to make it a bit more reasonable. Look, someone's outrunning an AIM-120D for the first time. Uh-oh, DJ. DJ's first time in war games. Can he evade? It is possible to this, but the notch filter is very small on this. Ah! We have control of that.
Down.
Get another one, boys. You are in a maelstrom of AIM-120Ds, guys. Oh my god, AIM-120D still smashing through the Phoenix. Phoenix has got very few kills, but they are killing. Superbugs are not immune. Superbugs are not immune. Look at the difference in the way the missile works. This thing goes to friggin' space, and then there's... That's the halfway. That's bullseye. That's the halfway point, and the superbugs have got there. I think the Phoenix has just been changed in game. I don't really play the core game much anymore, but I think the Phoenixes have been changed again, haven't they, guys? I don't know how or why. Killer's still alive. Killer's notched a whole bunch of AMRAAM Ds. Oh, what? This one's still on burn, and it's going towards Killer. So it looks like its velocity down here, max, is about 3.5 by the looks of it. Which is still a... maybe it's about right. That's our Killer. Talented young man. Oh, but not talented enough. Go up to blow up a symbolize to say. Almost beat it. It was 600 knots. Unlucky. Jesus Christ, these things are still floating. Look. 23,000 feet above the Legacy Carrier Group. It was a massive whitewash, guys. The Superbugs have just smashed the entire 90s Air Force out of the sky. I didn't think it would be that much of a whitewash. Jesus Christ, modern technology is ridiculous. We will be running the 7th Fleet thing again, valued viewers, with the nerfed AIM-120's and some slightly increased Chinese missiles. These guys are just pumping at 70 nautical miles. Gotta feel a bit sorry for the old guys at this point. How do you feel about being an old guy right now, DJ?
I'm thinking the U.S. needs to change the law that says we gotta have 10 aircraft carriers, so we need to have at least 25.
Roger. Guys, I don't want to be that guy, but your AWACS is about to get smacked at 90 miles. Which is all legit. That is all possible in real life with this missile. Oh, you've lost your AWACS. Now, that will impact them. I know they've got Aegis on these ships, but Aegis is not as good as AWACS simply because it's down low. Whereas you have SN2s out. Okay. Finally, the carrier's having to defend itself. This is very unfortunate for all involved. Okay, Legacy Bog's taking off now. One problem that really scuppered you guys was your launch rate was terrible on your carrier. Don't know why that was. They are flying to their certain death. They're brave young Americans, but they are flying to their certain death, valued humanoids.
Maybe, just maybe, this might work in our favor.
It might.
If they've used up all their missiles from their Super Hornets, we might just overwhelm them.
They have been. Yeah, I'm looking at them now. They're physically Winchester, apart from AIM-9X's. Too soon, Junior. Too soon. Oh, and they're now getting fired at by Phoenixes. Could this come back and bite them in the butt? Super Bog notched. The Super Bog is not cheating in game or anything. Its radar cross section is 1.5 meters squared, as it apparently should be, and it can't do any like crazy speeds or anything. It should be about right. I got a really nice letter from someone in the know, by the way, who I'm not allowed to talk about, who just wanted to commend us on the accuracy of our war games. This is a game at the end of the day, and we do this for gaming, but to get commended by someone in the know is pretty good. And we've got a long way to go. We acknowledge we've still got a long way to go to make things more realistic, but I believe that's what's called being on the right path. Okay, AMRAAM-D's finally getting beaten. Or is it? It just follows. In real life, it's got a little sustainer jet just pushing it along. Makes it so difficult to beat. Yes! Tomcat beat an AIM-120D. That shows it can be done, guys. These guys are going to be all Winchester.
First kill on a Super Hornet?
Yeah, well done. I'm going for the underdog now. I'm going for the underdog. Well done. There's lots more coming. Also, you haven't even worried about the stealths yet. Okay, stealths firing their first missiles from break 70, 80 miles away. Oof, what to watch, what to watch. Legacy AMRAAM. That time when a Legacy AMRAAM just seems like a little pea shooter. Firing at epoxy 40 miles. Why even bother? Man, this stuff's freaking sexy. Oh, pea shooter! A Legacy AMRAAM kill. Wow. I did not expect to see that today, guys. Look how many modern AMRAAMs. And this is exactly what it would look like in real life. A whole battlefield of AIM-120Ds to suppress everything. Boof! That's your fault. You ran right into that, my friend. He's doing the same. Legacy Bogs, no interest in dodging for some reason. Oh, he dodged one. How about that? Finally oh, okay. The whole front echelon of super bugs are now fully out of ammo. The same with the front lightnings, fully out of ammo. They're going in with guns now. If I got told off, I believe the A model is the only one of these with a gun in it. So I don't know what they're going in for.
Yeah, that's correct.
Roger. SM2s are doing things. Those explosions from cancelled AIM-120 Deltas. Fired from 80 miles away. Good old SM2. Again, seems a bit limited nowadays when we're playing around with 100-mile missiles. Legacy carrier group. Oh god, this is so unfair. Look how far the boys have been pushed back. They're dodging missiles 20 miles behind their own carrier. Oof. But again, that's pretty much what it will look like, you know. Valued viewers, again, people have asked, now we've got the technology, if we go and redo the old battles, what about US versus China? Now we've got the big tech. What about versus Russia? Now we've got the big tech. It's going to make huge differences because look how they pwn that 1990's, guys. It makes such a difference. Poor old Legacy Bog. No good. We may have our first merge of the day. An F-35C Lightning Winchester versus a Legacy... Oh, no, Legacy Bog, of course, couldn't see it. Big off Stealthio. So this guy's going in basically completely invincible. Yeah, even the SM2s can't see him. They will eventually, but it's going to take time. Still, look, you've got to realise how impossible it would be to operate from these blue guys. Being in one of their cockpits, all they've got is missile warning, missile warning, missile warning with these advanced pit bulls from the AIM-120Ds, and it never stops. So they cannot operate. The blues cannot operate. Absolute oversaturation, which is what I would think you would see in, in real life. That's the point, right? Get the missile off first, screw the enemy over, so they can't operate. Okay, there is now an F-135C operating in your carrier network. Someone's launched a Sidewinder at him. Would this be possible? Why not? They are very hard to see on radar, especially in certain aspects. Probably not that aspect. Oh, look, he dodged an AIM-9X. Fair play. Today we've got the stealth set to 0.005 meters squared. At the moment, the game registers that as the smallest radar cross-section, or at least in our experimentation. If you go any smaller, it just doesn't seem to make any difference. Merge, dogfight. F-35, can the Legacy Bog find him? No, we can't. Couldn't even see him. Right, what do we got going on here? Oh, Jesus, all the way back here, look, they're firing. 70 miles. God, can you imagine operating against that? It would be impossible to operate against this. Every time you think you've got some headroom, another one of these falls on you. Oh, they shot the killer, shot the friggin' stealth down. Well done. Did you find him with your eyes?
Yeah, that's all I could see.
Nice.
I'm currently panicking.
That's my boy. Yes, I would start panicking as well. Plus, you are surrounded by stealth.
I was just notching across the field, and he just flew right in front of me.
Yeah. He didn't have any. He doesn't have any weapons. He hasn't even got a gun. So he's like, what do I do now? But at least we took $100 million worth of gear down. Look at that. More and more missiles being plummeted over. In real life, these missiles will be guided in by a data link by an E2 Hawkeye or something. In game, they're guided in by client radar. Different way we have to do it. We're in human stealths. I haven't seen any human stealths for a while. Okay, Legacy carrier. Oh, they've still got Tomcats, but the anti-ship are launching. At the end of the day, you can win as much air-to-air as you want, valued viewers. It doesn't actually matter. You've got it. Anti-ship is what wins the day. And they've both essentially got the same anti-ship capabilities in real life and in game. So...
Fox 3.
Oh, shit. Where's Killer? Killer, it's found more lightnings. He's got it with his radar this time at about 8 miles. That's my boy. Look, just sitting there like a spud. Nothing to... Missed. Try her again. What? Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you stealth on the notch.
Fox 3.
Hit and not dead. Gun it. Best way to kill a stealth, gun the bloody thing. Woohoo! Nice kill. Nice kill, Junior. Now we're going to get more. Very nice. Another dogfight ahead of him. Oof. Oh, we might get a kill with a Legacy missile. AI, Legacy Bog versus F-35 kill! Look at that. $30 million plane versus $100 million plane. I'll take it. Someone's pumping in AIM-1, what they called? AIM-54s. Oh, cannonballs found... Actually, I better not say. But that man's found that man at 60 miles, and that man is not going to be happy. But... I think it's anti-ship. Ooh, the modern anti-ship are pushed all the way in because of the battlefield's been cleared. They will be in firing range in 20 miles. Alright, let's have a look at these missiles. Nah, these ones got too fast.
Rump, I think you're locking me. I'm getting F-14 spikes.
Oh shit! I was trying to get the plane. I was trying to get the plane that's chasing you.
I saw this missile at 3,300 knots, which is too fast. It looks like I've got a bit more work to do. Oh, it's because... What? Did you find that from a really fast aeroplane, Cannonball?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's why. It's because it got a massive head start and the acceleration factor I put in. Alright, well, there's something to consider then, isn't it?
I saw it coming, but there's a AI plane. I was trying to shoot at that lightning.
Roger.
I don't know which plane the missiles are going to lock on.
First, anti-ship missiles are out from the side. And bearing in mind, apart from weaponry, these guys have had no advantage to the Legacy guys. So because they've done so much better, the anti-shippers have already got out and on target. Now that is cool. That's cool stuff. And they fired at 80 miles. They must have increased the harpoon range slightly. Right, so far, a huge advantage, but they haven't won it. Killer, another dogfight kill on a friggin' Lightning. He is going to be the new stealth killer, I think.
You want to save some for the rest of us?
Oh, Grump used to be the Wonder Child, but he's no longer Wonder Child. How does that feel getting old, Grump?
I think I'm just gonna eject now.
No.
No. I need you.
We need your experience. Okay, guys. There is a hope in sight for Legacy in that new stuff is now all out of ammo. There are no more AIM-120Ds to be fired in this game. In real life, you could argue they could go back and reload. Can't do that in game. So the onslaught is over from AIM-120Ds. Okay, these bogs are going back. They'll land, but they won't rearm. So this gives Legacy some respite to get their stuff airborne and get on killing. Okay, Grump's merging with an F-35C. I'm not sure if he knows he is, but he certainly is. You can see that because they've got no gun, they're just flying around there like wallies. They don't know what to do. They're just too stupid. You can't find it. I can't find it. Grump, you can't find it.
See something contrailing.
If you do get to see the harpoons on Data Link Legacy, guys, you are allowed to go and intercept them, but I doubt you will now that your AWACS is down.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on AWACS, like anything on Data Link anymore.
Here's the problem. Their Data Link no longer works properly because their AWACS is down. They can see a little bit because of the Aegis, but Aegis, people go, oh, Aegis can see 400 miles. Yeah, it can, but only in a straight line. It can't see over the Earth's curvature, so it's essentially blind for a lot of the time. Oh, what's that? Matrix fight.
Flash.
What did you get?
Something just shot a missile out.
Yes, it did. And
looks like an AIM-120D coming for one of our boys.
We have got a Legacy Hornet human versus an stealth human. Our first human on human dogfight. Who's going to get the situational awareness is the questione.
Box 3.
Oof, 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 oof. Miss. The missile missed. Fire everything. Oh, Matrix is down. Good dogfight, boys. Just shows stealth, stealth can be beaten, guys. Right place, right time. And if the stealth's concentrating on something else, well, the Reds have been pushed back to bullseye, guys. Well, pretty much. Well done. It just shows old guys get there in the end. They just take a while longer. Oh, sweet. These guys are landing here. Fine, whatever. Welcome to DCS. Dogfight.
Merge, it's on.
Oh, Grump! Proper merge! A stealth with a human and a F-14 with a human. I got castrated by the valued viewers for saying that Fat Amy is not very maneuverable. Apparently it is, especially in the big wing version. I defer to your super knowledge, valued viewers. I don't know much about modern planes, But this is a dogfight. This is what we're here to see. Also, this is not a scripted dogfight. This is real and in a big mission. Which makes it super cool. See his wings coming out valued viewers as he gets slower, generating more lift. And they're completely neutralizing each other. Now, note, that guy... Oh no, he doesn't have aim on X's. I didn't give him aim on X's. This is a guns fight. This is a guns fight because Grump used his sidewinders up. A real-life gunfight in the middle of a massive naval battle with a 70s naval jet and a 2020's stealth naval jet. Oh, and a missile SM2 went right past his face. And they've got the same turn rate. They're maintaining both about 20 degrees a second, it looks like. Maybe a little bit more. Grump's just had a spurt there. That they can't beat each other. Still got the situational awareness. No, they're just spinning around each other. These guys won't join in their anti-ship. You're on your own, Grump. You got to beat him fair and square. Hits. Not easy to do. And that big gal. Oh, good reversing from the stealth. Good reversal from Grump. Vertical scissors.
I run myself out of fuel.
Oh, you're out of fuel. Get lost strafing. Benefit of one engine, I suppose. Right. Great fight, guys. Good entertainment value. Okay, now what we've got here, value is SM2 shooting the freaking harpoons down, which are now 20 miles away. I mean, the air-to-air is pretty more or less done. Killer's going in. Killer, you want to concentrate on anti-shipping. Anti-shipping is your priority now. Saving your carriers. Okay, Ticonderoga firing. Ticonderoga from the early 80s. Still in service now. Damn fine ship. Oliver has a Perry, no longer in service. Pretty good ship as well. If you get any eyes on the harpoon missiles, they'd be a great target for you guys. Because remember, they can only win. What happened?
I'm down. Oh, took one with me though.
Man. Are these guys going to fight? I don't know. Yes, they're fighting. These guys are fighting. They're Oh no, they've got no anti-ship missiles. Where did the anti-ship missiles go? They dropped their anti-ship missiles to go dogfight. Huh.
I think they're out. I think they shot them.
Did they? Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I didn't even see him. Wow, blind. Right, they've done that. Now they're going dogfighting. Sorry, Mom. Gone dogfighting. Fair enough. Leave them to it, I say. Cannibals making life trouble for people. Oh, these are being problematic. First harpoons are 5 miles out.
I'm not gonna make it there in time if anybody else is closer.
First bunch of red harpoons destroyed. Next bunch, 30 miles out.
Oh lord.
Blue legacy harpoons are 36 miles out. Amazingly, despite the amazing start by the first guys, it's starting to even out now. More anti-ship missiles going out from these guys, look. And that's tactical. I bet I wish they hadn't fired all their AIM-120Ds off so soon now, because they could be out here shooting down anti-shippers. That's where they want to be now. Where are all my humans? Where are all my humans? I haven't seen one of my humans in forever. There's Cannonball, but he's Winchester. He's got nothing. There's DJ. Some twos out. I can't find any other. This is Simba. Simba's looking for harpoons. Yes, he is. I can't cheat though. It would be unfair. You've got to find them fair and square. Okay, these guys have had their dogfight and they've given up and they're going home. There's Matrix. Where are you, Grump? Oh, there's Grump.
Talking about the blues. Yeah.
Right, let's go and watch some serious harpoons. In they go. Battle's slowing down a bit now. Very hard for subsonic missiles to get through an AIM-120D network. Sorry, a SM2 network. It's designed to cope for these things. Interestingly, the OHPs do not have VLS. They've got old single arm launchers. Makes them very vulnerable to harpoon oversaturation. But, you know, it's an old 70s ship, isn't it? Okay. Blue SM2's 18 miles away. And the red carrier's having to defend itself for the first time today. 10 miles out. No harpoons have got through on either coalition yet. Missiles might be getting through. Red missiles are 5 miles out from blue carrier. Let's see how the blues are doing. Blue missiles about 10 miles out from the red carrier. Oh, jeez, lost. The red carrier. Oof. Note one very important thing. Reds still have their AWACS. It's the most important asset in any battle is the AWACS. Anti-ship, anti-ship, anti-ship. That's what it matters now. Right, no anti-ship missiles have got through on either side. These guys have landed here because reasons. It's not even a red freaking base. Wow, these guys are doing proper wingtip formation. Look at that. That's just good coding is what that is. Looking for my... Ah, Simba's found missiles. Simba's found missiles. When did you tell us, Simba? Simba's in doing missiles.
Second volley.
Simba's having to flare so he doesn't get hit by his own SM2s. Simba, that's a very dangerous occupation. Mr. Simba will not be happy with this. But I do like putting you in dangerous places. Watch Simba get hit by his own Sea Whiz now. Oh, Simba! Nothing happened. Sea Whiz out. It looks like it's spraying a bit erratically. That's mainly lag. It's a bit of Simba, but it's also mainly lag. It makes it look worse on our screen than it actually is. That's how the game works. First, missile's about to hit. Another Tycho hit. Big hole in the middle of a Tycho. First strike, guys. First strike has happened. Friggin' Tomcat just took off. What is he doing up? AI Tomcat just took off. He should have been up ages ago. Well. Hey, that's AI's thinking. I didn't tell him to do that. That's clever thinking. That gives you a whole load of interceptors, and the Reds, no part of interceptors left. So that is a change of tactics that the blue gave, which is probably exactly what I would have done if I was a clever man, which I'm not. Uh-oh, blues I think might be out of SM2s. When blues deplete their magazines of SM2s, they are screwed. There's Simba defending. Still got their Sea Whistler. Uh-oh, this one's going for the carrier, boys! No, not the carrier, anything but the carrier. Uh-oh. She'll shrug it off. Oh, it's going to take out those Tomcats. Oh, he went for the friggin' Tomcats. God, you guys are unlucky. He just smashed all the Tomcats on there, and they're on fire. There's a friggin' hole in the ship. Blue carrier hit. And it's taking out the 3 Tomcats that were about to take off. Wowee. Blues, as so far, undamaged. Coming in more and more. Killers shooting down missiles. All of the blue humans are back to shooting down missiles.
Fox 2 on Harpoon.
You do it, Grump.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, friendly fire! It's a dangerous occupation, guys. Simba's back in. Dangerous place to be, but the boys are going to put themselves in harm's way. Uh-oh, there are no SM2s on that friggin' fleet, guys. They are about to go sucky long time. One thing I forgot to give them, valued viewers, is the humans to have control of the ships. I usually do that, but I must admit I forgot. I'm so busy with my AMRAMs. So they're just going to sail towards each other, but suck it up. Suck it freaking up. Look at Tycho. It's gone for no HP. No, it's gone for Tycho. No, what is it gone for? Oh, Tycho. Smash! Wow, oh, one of the Tomcats survived. Look at that. Oh. That's never a good sign when that happens. Know what they're firing at. Look at that, one of the Tomcats survived. Ik bin one last surviving Tomcat. Oh, shit. No idea what happened there. Oh, more coming in. It's relentless, relentless. Friggin' ships are shooting each other. That's an old OHP's getting targeted. You know what? Sorry, sir, but you're expendable at this point. Oh, jeez, he got one. Well done, Tycho. He got 2 of them. Tycho Besto. Boom. What a fight. What a friggin' fight. Oh, Super Hornet's got merged. An AIM-9X fight with... someone. A thing's happening. A dogfight between a AI break super bug and a normal bug. That's not something you see very often, but here it goes. Oh, AIM-9X. Oh, I just realised the AIM-9X wasn't available in the 90s, was it? Oh well, too late now. Oh, I always make some mistakes, value viewers. Shit, I don't think the AIM-120C was available in the 90s. You know what? It's the nearest I can get. With the time I've got, suck it up. Just enjoy it. And we've got a dogfight. Bog on super bog. Both Winchester, both guns only. Only here, valued viewers. Only here. I'm afraid to say the super bug is going to win. Oh, I don't know actually.
Don't worry, the AIM-120C was introduced in 1991.
Yeah, super gap. I win.
I think I just took out one of the harpoons.
Well done, Grump. That's your job. We're just enjoying a nice bog on super bog dogfight here. I think super bug is winning. I'm guessing that would happen in real life, valued viewers. Let me know what you think. But it's definitely winning. Oh, he's given up. Legacy bug's given up. He knows what's going to happen. Oh, I'm not sure I actually put a cannon on board that. Did I forget to put a cannon on? Yes, I did. Well done, Cap, you idiot. Sorry. They're just doing a nice formation flight. Yep,
Carrier
and to do
took
it.
another one.
Oh, uh-oh. They've been overrun. Grump's in there, saving. Sorry, valued viewers, I got a bit carried away with a dogfight.
Tycho's gone.
Tycho's gone. Grump's in there to the last. It just shows. Remember, valued viewers, the anti-shipping ability was equal on these sides. It was all about the air-to-air that freed up the ability for the anti-ships to get in quick enough. And it showed it paid off. Carrier hit. God damn it. Carrier hit. Carrier.
They can't have much left coming, right?
About that.
Yeah.
What a brilliant, brilliant ending, guys. Ooh, friggin' someone still had an AIM-120D out. Look at that. Where did that come from? Uh-oh, someone's about to bleed. Bleed, mother. Taking an anti-ship out. Another reason. There was still some AIM-120Ds that took anti-shippers out. Reasons, and more reasons. Still Phoenix is flying through the air. Look at Simba smashing Phoenixes out on people. Is it too late? Almost certainly it's too late, but... Oh, the ships are burning. You're not allowed to be angry at me, valued viewers, because although the Americans lost, they also won. So, don't give me those rude letters. No part of rude letter.
Yeah, I grew up in the 90s. You can't say
No.
you need chips.
There you go.
But now the boomers are going to be mad at the millennials.
There they are. Oh, Boomer or Millennial fight. I know which one I'm betting for. Tycho took a hit. Uh-oh. A thing's about to happen to your carrier. Boof 1, boof 2, boof 3, boof 4. Oh, and a million more coming. Sorry guys, 2020's is superior to 1990's. I hate to say it. Believe me, it hurts me to say that. Carrier's sunk. You sunk my battleship.
Look at the little dudes running on the deck.
Yep. They're going down with the ship, guys. They aren't using the life rafts. 1990s were a sturdier generation, guys. Oh no, these guys are running for it. Maybe not so sturdy. Still, AIM-120D's raining down on legacy bogs. Just punishment. Oof, they got nowhere to land. Guys, I don't want to be that guy. Well, I do, but that's it. You're done. Simba, pause server. Okay, valued viewers. At this point, the blues are ineffective. They've got nothing left. They've got one ship. A 1970s Oliver has a Perry, which is out of ammo. Well, apart from one bullet. But it was a clear victory. Why was it a clear victory? Because the air superiority at the beginning. They got more planes, and this wasn't me, by the way. They got more planes airborne quicker. Obviously, they had better weapons. They had the AIM-120D, the slightly nerfed AIM-120Ds, and they just saturated. You just saw the whole battlefield was AIM-120Ds. It just meant the blues could not operate in any way at all meaningfully. All they could do was defend and try and stay alive. obviously then there was the stealths. The stealths couldn't even be shot at. And they could still saturate. Which was amazing. It was just so much better tech. And it's getting so good how it's getting modelled in DCS now. All the little refinements that we're putting in. And how realistic it is. It's getting cooler and cooler and cooler. So when it comes to the anti-ship, the red anti-ship was so far ahead of the blue anti-ship that this carrier group is, bearing in mind it was equal, anti-ship, there was no difference. This carrier group is burning, and this carrier group hasn't even taken a single hit yet, right? And there's no huge advantage. These guys have got Arleigh Burkes, are good, but they're not actually in-game really any better than the Ticonderoga. And they carry the same amount as S&2s as the Perry. So, you know, it's not a huge advantage from that way. It really was the work done by the air-to-air guys at the beginning, saturating the entire battlefield.
Yeah, you went pretty much as expected.
Put up a good fight, I think.
Okay, I found it thoroughly enjoyable and a brilliant exercise in what's possible. Next big fight we'll do after the Falklands thing we're doing is we're going to do the 7th Fleet again with the new AIM-120's and a bunch of other changes. I hope you enjoyed that. The main Grim Reapers videos are now being split between this YouTube channel and the Grim Reapers 2 YouTube channel. So if you want to see all of the Grim Reapers videos, please consider subscribing to both channels. And thank you for watching.